Hello, everybody. Margaret Lloyd here, Eternal Shift, New Life. Hope everybody's having a great day. I am. And so now we're going to talk about some of these nasty people that we've talked about before. All right. Now, just a second. So, okay. Is it hard to expose a covert narcissist? Very hard. A covert narcissist person spends their life being the nicest, kindest, most helpful citizen the outside world care to ever meet. They give money to charities. They help people adopt children. They take food over to the old guy down the street. They give lifts to people to hospitals and help put Christmas decorations up in the village. Trying to explain that this wonderful person that everyone thinks is the best thing since sliced bread is actually really nasty is almost, if not entirely, impossible. Absolutely. They'll think you're lying right away. I didn't bother in the end. This is from Joni. I knew a couple of his exes. And a couple of his exes knew. And I had to live with the fact that everyone else thought it was me who was awful to him, just like I believed him when he said his previous girlfriend was a nightmare to him. Well, maybe she was a nightmare because you were worse than a nightmare. If a narcissist knows you're in love with them, how will their behavior change? Well, one, they'll start pushing and prodding to see what they can get you to do for them and give up for them to prove your love for them. They'll start testing you to see what they can get by with and how they treat you. And in their own behavior, oh, I know what you're after. I know what you want. Sit. Good girl. Okay. They'll start testing you to see what they can get by with in how they treat you and in their own behaviors. You won't get near as much love bombing as long as they think you're already in love with them. They'll tell you what you have to do, what you have to say, how and what you have to change about you in order to prove that you love them. If you fail in proving that you love them, and you will, they'll feel totally justified in punishing you. However they see fit for what they perceive is lying to them, not being loyal to them, and you making them a victim. A narcissist, a victim. Go get you a drink of water. They'll start showing their love for you less and less often, coming across as more as hating you, and expect you to try harder in getting them to love you in return. Regardless of how their behavior changes towards you, once they know you love them, it's going to be your fault for not proving you love them. And when you stop loving, you are going to be a no good, lying, abusing, low-life piece of shit sub-bitch that they hate. And then they love you again. Don't forget that. Then they hate you again. Then they love you again. Then they hate you again. It's like having that daisy. They love me not. And that's a narcissist. Yes, it is. When they're acting as if they hate you, they seem to expect you to do more to prove that you love them. What safety measures should you take before cutting contact with a dangerous narcissist? Like a true crime, matter of fact, I love it. Here's what I've learned. If you keep putting up with a narcissist who's beating the living shit out of you because they always apologize after, you'll eventually end up murdered. If you do not involve the police because you feel sorry for the narcissist, you'll eventually be murdered. If you let this narcissist turn stone cold on you instead of leaving, you choose the let's work on it method, you'll eventually be murdered. If you have a deranged, socially awkward kid living in your home who refuses to get a job, lies like there's no tomorrow, and has no qualms calling you a bitch, you'll eventually be murdered. If you leave a dangerous narcissist but forget to move, you'll eventually be murdered. That's all I have to say about that for right now. I'll be right back. I gotta go get her some water. Be right back. I'm back. Thank you for your patience. Okay, so 10 good reasons to let go of things sooner rather than later. The most powerful changes happen when we decide to take control of what we do have power over. Instead of craving control over what we do not. Holding on is hard. Holding on contributes to stress, unhappiness, relationship issues, and so much more. Yet as human beings, we cling desperately to almost everything. We do. I got so much junk around here. I don't know why. We don't like change. So we hold on tightly to the past. They're right in one respect, but I have let go of my past because I don't want it anymore. We want life to be the way we think it should be. We get attached to our ideals, even when they can hurt us. Over the past 15 years, as Mark and Angel have gradually worked with hundreds of coaching clients and live event attendees, they've come to understand that the root cause of most human stress is simply our stubborn propensity to hold on to things. Gotta let go of stuff. In a nutshell, we hold on tight to the hope that things will go exactly as we imagine. And no, they won't. And then we complicate our lives to no end when they don't. So how can we stop holding on today? How can we do this? By realizing that there's nothing to hold on to in the first place. Most things we desperately try to hold on to You okay? Silly girl. So most of the things we desperately try to hold on to as if they're real, solid, everlasting fixtures in our lives aren't really there. Or if they are there in some form, they're changing, fluid, impermanent, or simply imagined in our minds. Are you okay, baby? Let's go to the kitchen. I'll be back. Thank you very much for being patient. Bless her heart, she got a piece of food caught sideways. Okay. Life gets a lot easier to deal with when we understand this. Imagine you're blindfolded. You're treading water in the center of a large swimming pool. You're struggling desperately to grab the edge of the pool that you think is nearby. But really it's not. It's far away. Trying to grab that imaginary edge is stressing you out, tiring you out as you splash around aimlessly, trying to hold on to something that isn't there. Now imagine you pause, you take a deep breath, and realize that there's nothing nearby to hold on to, just water around you. You can continue to struggle with grabbing at something that doesn't exist, or you can accept that there's only water around you and relax for a moment and float. I challenge you to ask yourself right now, what are you desperately trying to hold on to? I don't know. Maybe it's the idea of how I want things to be. I want things to be a certain way. I don't see why they can't be. But it's obvious that they can't be. How is it affecting my life? I feel stuck with nowhere to go. Or someplace to go, but I don't know where. I don't like feeling stuck. Would love for my life to run smoothly, but I don't know how that's going to happen. Then imagine the thing you're trying to hold on to doesn't really exist. Envision yourself letting it go, floating away. That's why I'm going to have a garage sale. I'm going to have a garage sale in a couple of weeks and get rid of a lot of shit. Yeah. I got all these knickknacks and stuff. I got to get rid of them. They mean nothing to me anymore. I got 2 big boxes full of snow babies. They're going to be gone. Get rid of my couch and my chair. Buy something smaller. Yeah, I'm just going to have a garage sale, get rid of a lot of shit. For Angel and Mark, it honestly changed everything. And hundreds of people we've worked with over the years have had similar results. Here's some good reasons and way life changes for the better when we loosen our grip. Number 1, when we let go, we allow ourselves to make the most of things. Absolutely. A big part of your ability to be happy and successful in the long run relies on your willingness to let go of what you think your life is supposed to be like right now. And that's what I need to let go of. Sincerely appreciate it for everything that it is and make the best of it. when you remember, when you stop worrying about what you can't control, you have more time and energy to change the things you can control. When we let go, we're able to use our resources more effectively. Again, holding on is wanting to control the uncontrollable. Letting go and allowing uncontrollable things to happen, on the other hand, means these uncontrollable things will take care of themselves more naturally. Your needs will also be better met in the process. At the very least, you will have less to do, less to control, and more time and energy to focus on things that truly matter. The things you actually can control. Like some positive and effective daily rituals. When we let go, we free our minds from extra worries. When you're lost in worry, it's easy to mistake your worries for reality. Instead of recognizing that they are just thoughts, do your best to move mindfully, to be more mindful. Let your presence expand and your overthinking shrink. And you know we all do it. We all overthink. The good Lord gave us a brain. And what do we do with it? Use it and abuse it. When you are lost in worry, it's easy to mistake your worries for reality. Instead of recognizing that they are just thoughts, do your best to be more mindful. Let your presence expand and your overthinking shrink. Accept what is, let go of what was, and have faith in all the present possibilities. When we let go, we learn more about how life really works. When you hold on to how things should be, you automatically block yourself from the truth, from reality. You resist how everything works rather than learning about it. The key is to educate yourself about your present circumstances, then work smarter with what you've got. When we let go, we get to appreciate others for who they are. It's about loosening up and learning to appreciate different perspectives, lifestyles, and opinions, even if it means overcoming your ego and opening your mind beyond what's comfortable. And that's what I have to do. It's about letting those you care about be unapologetically themselves and not distorting them to fit your own egotistical idea of who you think they should be. When we let go, we're less distracted by people pleasing. It's true. When we let go, we allow ourselves to grow and heal. If someone breaks your heart, it's not easy to deal with. But you can heal as long as you're willing to accept the circumstances and then gradually move through them. For example, you may catch yourself thinking, why did I ever love him? I should never have given him my heart. But that's not a helpful thought. If you didn't love him, this never would have happened, but you did. That's reality. And accepting that reality and everything that followed is part of letting it go and growing from it. When we let go, it's easier to forgive ourselves. Absolutely. Ask yourself, is it possible that all the bad or foolish things you've done have been forgiven and forgotten by almost everyone who matters in your life except you? The answer is likely yes, because we can't forgive ourselves. When we let go, we get to enjoy more of life's little surprises. Absolutely. You get to have more fun. When we let go, we live more gratefully and gracefully. To let go is, in part, to be grateful for the experience that made you laugh, cry, and helped you learn and grow. It's the acceptance of everything you have, everything you once had, and the possibilities that are appearing over the horizon. It's all about finding the strength to embrace life's inevitable changes, to trust your own instincts, to learn as you go, to realize that almost every experience has value, and to continue taking positive steps forward. An exercise for breathing and letting go today. If you'd like another actionable way to practice letting go, this quick 2-step closing exercise is just for you. And I lost it. Oh well, my bad. I can look for it. There we go. Quiet Snickers. As you read these words, stop for a moment and notice this breath. Can you control this breath and make it faster or slower? Or make it behave as you like? Or you can simply let yourself inhale and exhale naturally. There is peace in just letting your lungs breathe without having to control the situation or do anything about it. Now imagine letting other parts of your body breathe, like your tense shoulders. Just let them be without having them tense or control them. Now look around the room and breathe. Let the room breathe. And notice the objects around you. Pick one up and let it breathe. There are likely people in the room with you, or the house. Let them breathe. Absolutely. That's it. Repeat this 2-piece exercise as often as you need to. In the meantime, peace and love forever. Don't forget, comment, like, share. Super thanks are always appreciated. I love your comments. Let me know what you want to talk about. Talk to you later. Love ya.